Hello everyone, welcome to another spiritually guided reading. Let's jump right into it. While I was meditating, I got a few things that might be confirmation for whether this message is going to be for you. I saw screeching on a chalkboard. Maybe that could be for somebody, as in like that's how you've been feeling, like some sort of situation has been that unbearable where it feels like, scratching nails on a chalkboard. We have ray, could be like ray, like a ray of light, or like ray as the name. I didn't see it as the name before. I saw the braids. I don't know if you guys know Good Days by SZA. The braids she was wearing, like the brown balls in braids. Saw that. I saw a few things, but I think these. I saw this bearded dude, like a bearded guy, and the beard was like light brown colored. It almost reminds me of like, what is it, Breaking Bad or something? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if the guy in Breaking Bad has a beard, but I feel like it reminded me of somebody. I also saw Lollipop. I also saw a lime green bikini bottom. And I also saw this imagery of like a baby, but it was like a flower, like petals enveloping it, and then it just like flowering. So it turned from like a baby to a flower. So for some, maybe there was a loss of a child. But yeah, that brings me to the main. There was also this song by Summer Walker. It's called Constant Bullshit, that I was singing earlier in the day, but I have not heard the song in so long that I believe it was a channel. And it just goes, well, in the first, like in the beginning, she describes like blaming herself for how she was being treated in a relationship, and like somebody lying, but like basically talking themselves, or her choosing to believe a lie basically over and over. But the chorus is, do you mean it when you say my name? 'Cause baby, all this bullshit and making me feel what you say. I butchered that, and I always not channel it. I always think of that. I always think it's, do you need me? So I don't know if that means something for anyone. But let's get to the main message. When I was sitting trying to figure out what the message was going to be, I got like 2 or 3 images that were like pretty significant, like felt strong, right? One was just like black and white stripes, right? But it was like black and white stripes as in the gel uniform. Does that make sense? You know, like in cartoons mostly. I don't think they use that anymore, but like the black and white stripes, and then somebody in jail, like a prisoner. You know, I didn't see the bars or anything. I just saw them in a uniform. And I felt like it was a thief. I don't know. But then I also got zebra, which was weird because like, why all this black and white stuff for 11 on the clock? But yeah, I looked up the meaning of zebra, and I got that it's about freedom, it's about confidence, it's about individuality and clarity, but most of all, it's about yin yang energy, right? Like light and dark, balancing those two sides, right? It's the blend of two completely contrasting colors, right? So the energy I'm getting was about integration. You know, it's like you're at a pivotal moment where you need to embrace both the positive and the negative sides to you. And it almost, I don't know, now that I think about it, I had seen like something recently about like your shadow side always existing and how you have to integrate that shadow side in order to be able to live at your highest light, right? And how like every time you give into something dark, then like your shadow grows or something like that. But yeah, I'm getting the energy of integration, or like accepting yourself boldly, accepting yourself completely. So some of you could be feeling something like that. The other thing I got with the zebra though was easy target. Because you're so unique and you stand out, you attract predators, right? So let's get right into it. This was left behind in its inner voice. So 6:06 on the clock. So it's possible for a lot of you, you kind of know already what the message is, but we'll just see what else wants to come through. Spirit, what else needs to come through for the viewer? What else needs to come through? So we have success reversed, celebration reversed, so that's confirmation. We have breakthrough reversed. Jesus Christ. And then we have awareness reversed and guidance reversed. Holy shit. Damn. I'm kidding. I see you. It's okay. So we have guidance reversed, awareness reversed, breakthrough reversed, celebration reversed, and success reversed. Okay? So you feel very lost. It's like you're also very confused is what I'm getting. It's like you don't know exactly what you're supposed to do. Maybe you feel like you've been stuck in the same place for a while. Also with the success reverse here. And with the breakthrough reverse here too, it's like you feel like you are unable to come out of some sort of like lower state. It's like, yeah, feeling very stuck is what I'm getting. And that could, like in the imagery that I was getting with the thief, like the person who was a prisoner, right? Like it almost gave like trying to figure out how to, it's almost like bouncing between being this prisoner or being the zebra, right? Like this wild, like living in your truth type thing versus like letting the truth hold you captive. Does that make sense? Let's see what's at the bottom here being left behind. We have alternative and it was reversed. So it feels for some of you like you feel utterly stuck. My voice kind of cracked there, so throat chakra could be significant, but it feels for some of you like you feel utterly stuck. Mushrooms could be significant to some, like fairies could be significant to some. Ooh, you see how this imagery, wow, there's literally a broken wing being fixed. Yeah? So it's possible for some of you that you literally feel like you cannot fly. Like you're stuck in a situation that you can't get out of, right? Because you can't repair your own wing, right? But yeah, it's like you're, yeah, with awareness reverse, I do feel like this is about confusion or feeling like overwhelmed with the options. And I feel that too, because when I was channeling, it was like I was getting all of these random things that I wasn't sure how these were all connected. Trying to see if I missed anything. Oh yeah, so for the bearded guy, the light beard, in my head I saw it turn to a stone statue. Like the face, I was just seeing a face and then it turned into stone type thing. I don't know what that could mean for anyone. That could be like immortalizing. Maybe there's something or someone who has scarred you in a way where it has become some sort of symbol for you, like something that you hold on to. or that you've been trying to free yourself from. I don't know, take it however it fits for you. But we definitely know that there's a feeling here of feeling defeated, right? We have success reversed and celebration reversed. It's almost like you also don't know who to even ask with the guidance reversed here. But certainly, it almost feels like you want this to change. Like this can't go on in the same way, because even though it's reversed, breakthrough came out. So it's like you're trying to break through something, but there's some sort of something is keeping you tethered type thing. We have traveling at the bottom, and we have the dream reversed on top. Let's see what else comes through. So sideways here we have the source and the miser. Yeah, so I'm getting that for some of you guys, it's like you're alternating between these two realities, right? Of feeling like you're determined, you're gonna do this, you're gonna break through, and then falling right back to the pattern of almost victimhood is what I'm getting, like being a prisoner to your own victimhood. You see how the miser is clinging to these riches, right? These supposed riches, these worldly riches, right? I'm feeling that for some of you, that could be part of it, like clinging to, we have consciousness reversed on the top, clinging to your old life in a certain way, and that's what's preventing you from moving upwards. Let's see what wants to come through. So we have 10 of Cups at the bottom here, and it was going to stay behind. Right behind that, we have 9 of Cups. So definitely, I feel like this is what wants to come through for you. But it's definitely not where you are now. Spirit, tell me where the viewer is now. How is the viewer feeling right now? What is the viewer dealing with right now? Thank you. That was 8 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So at the bottom, 10 of Cups at the bottom still. On the top, we have Strength reversed. So I'm feeling that for a lot of you, you're feeling kind of vulnerable. It's possible you guys are feeling exposed for something. Okay, we have here the Devil, and we have Knight of Cups reversed. And then we have 6 of Swords and Queen of Swords. So this is what I'm getting, okay? You guys do have a clear vision here of where you need to go. And you have a clear vision of the outcome you want as well, okay? But the Sun reversed, you're not... I think the issue here, because you have 6 of Swords, it's like you want to move out of something. You have the clarity on what it is that you want to go. Like, you have the clarity on what the end feeling or the end, where you want to end up, right? You have and there was 1332 on the timer. So it could be something about almost, almost energy, edging energy, right? But it's like you have the mental clarity of something has to change. Right? You have the 6 of Swords of like, okay, I'm trying. Like mentally, I'm trying. But when it comes to putting it into action, offering a certain action, I think that's where you're having trouble. Okay? That's where you feel wounded, That's where you feel like you're stuck in a certain situation, or you're prisoner to something, or you're attracting predators, right? With the zebra. When I was trying to flip the Strength reverse back, this flipped up. So this is 6 of Pentacles. And this is giving me same energy as like attracting these predators, attracting people who pity you or want you to stay below them. Okay, we have here breathe. Ooh, something that's very interesting is that we have breathe here, but this person or this being is underwater. Okay, so what I just got is that for some of you, you may be trying to breathe but feeling like asphyxiation, you know, like you can't breathe. Okay, and I feel like that's also related to the screeching chalkboard thing. Okay, so let's see what we can get for what you can do about this. Just know you're not alone. And for me personally, I think there's a lot about persistence, you know, like persistence goes a really long way as far as like it may not need to happen right now. And that's where the integration comes into, integration comes into play as well, is that you can recognize, okay, I'm not where I want to be right now, but at least I have, like, my stripes are not the same color, you know? Oh, there was something else when I was thinking about the Libra. I also got something about like earning your stripes, you know, like maybe you feel like you've gone through enough, you know, and it's like, why is this so difficult? Why can't it just kind of like throat chakra, man, I'm telling you, why can't it just like fall on my lap type thing? Spirit, what is the advice that they need to hear? What do they need to hear? Please use me. Okay, I feel like these are too many. There's 4 of them. I may put them back. Ooh, shit. I don't. Okay. Okay. So, first 2 cards, transformation and patience. Okay, I get it. At first, I was gonna trip 1711 because I was like, oh my God, transformation. It always tells you to transform. You don't know how though. Okay, and then patience. I hate when I get that card. I think that's the last video I posted. Like, I just hate when I get that card because I don't want to be patient. But I think what this is really telling us is that transformation takes time. Really sit with that. Like, really let that sink in, right? Transformation takes time. And so you're actually doing yourself a disservice by rushing your transformation, because I heard this video some time ago of this lady who was, I can't remember, but she was talking about like, there was a story about a college professor or something, right? And she was saying that at the end of the semester, there's always people or students that reach out about making up work that they haven't done the entire semester at the last minute to try to like get a passing grade, right? But her whole point is that you didn't just miss the class, you missed the learning that happened during the class, right? So you can't just skip to the end, because if you, for example, get to the end without learning the lessons, then you're at the end, but you don't know anything that's going to help you maintain that lesson. Does that make sense? You don't know any of the things that are going to enable you to take care of the things you're now going to gain. Does that make sense? We also have silence reverse here. So there's something about like finding someone to talk to or not keeping things in. Use discernment with that. Tell me more about silence, please. About silence reverse. We have the outsider and going with the flow. And then these, oh yeah, these are too many. So I'm gonna put them back. But actually, I mean, they could be useful. But I'm gonna start with these. We have the outsider and going with the flow. So there's something about like, you isolating yourself in an unhealthy way, meaning like, not purposely, what's the right word? Like, you have friends that you can reach out to, but you're purposely making this harder. Like, I'm being cold to these spikes on top. It's like you're I don't know, I do this too. Like, you're purposely isolating yourself, you know, but it's self-imposed, you know, like you have friends that you can reach out to that could help you work through some of the mental things, or it could be a therapist, actually. So we have guilt reversed, sorrow reversed, we have past lives reversed, and we have morality. So I think part of it for you is like feeling like a burden to some extent. Not wanting to keep certain patterns where you were like either codependent on someone, or you've been told that you've been kind of too demanding emotionally or something like that. It's like you want to avoid feeling guilty or sad about something with regards to the silence reverse card. So with regards to like talking to people. But I do think that the overall message is that transformation takes time. So Spirit, can you tell us more about the main message? Transformation takes time. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Wow. So on the top, when I first picked it up, I saw clinging to the past. But the true card is courage. So, the true top. So the energy I'm getting with this is that, yeah, it's almost like you're keeping yourself stuck in a certain old pattern, but that's because you're not letting yourself grow. And the reason why is because this takes a lot of courage, right? It takes courage to release those old patterns, because we don't know what life is like without those patterns, right? Up to now, you've been living in survival, or you've been living in a way where you don't know what happens when you let go of these patterns. You don't know whether you'll be happy, whether you'll be sad, whether you'll be hungry. Like, I don't know, I'm just saying what's coming through. But we have a very strong message here that as time goes on, you'll begin to understand why you went through what you've gone through, but also understand yourself on a deeper level. Like, understand why you couldn't just snap your fingers and move through it. Like, why you had to learn with the slow process. And there's an emphasis here on getting outside help, whether that is, like I said, a therapist or some friends. But we have a aloneness reversed here, and there's a need for you to not isolate in an unhealthy manner, okay? We have compromise reversed and the creator reversed. So I'm getting something about not compromising the vision that you have for yourself for the future. It's like, don't just settle into the misery with the miser earlier. Like, don't settle into the misery and just accept that as your reality. Does that make sense? Like, you never have to, that was the rebel. But I'm not really getting anything off that. You never have to settle into a certain, you never have to accept being dissatisfied. You know, you can keep pursuing everything that you want to pursue. And there was 2, 3, 4, 5 on the timer. So very big learning energy, very big progress energy. Any final messages, Spirit? Any other messages or nudges that you would like to send the viewer? Any other final nudges or messages that the viewer should? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. All right, that feels like enough. On the top, we have Judgment reversed. At the bottom, we have the Star. We have Ace of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles, okay? So I'm actually getting that the 5 of Pentacles is a result of the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So there's something here. Maybe I'll get clarifiers for that. 1 second. Let's see what else is here. We have 2 of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Five of Wands, okay? Okay. So the energy I'm getting from Five of Wands, okay, is very interesting because all of these people, they're supposedly fighting each other, right? But their energy is not really directed to any one person. Okay. So I'm getting that there's a need to avoid unnecessary conflict. Or I think there's something like, you know, what I just got is that you might be making it more difficult than it has to be. There's something about like you have an inner knowing, and we had inner voice at the beginning, but you have an inner knowing about what needs to happen, and it's like, just stop fighting it. You know, it's like you're almost fighting this new version of you from coming through, or it could be your shadow self that's fighting the new version of you, but it's like there's something about not fighting anymore. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. And what I'm being called to now is this little tower in there. And this is, wow, I got a confirmation. It's a notification. But anyway, this is embedded into the structure of the arc here, right? So what I'm getting is that whatever tower moment it is that you're currently undergoing, that's actually going to help you build this foundation, right? Ten of Pentacles, for me, I always interpret that as foundation. And it's so interesting to me that there's a tower embedded into the structure, right? Into the, that's what's going to hold you up type thing. So there's definitely something about that. And then there's something here about Two of Wands reversed. What I just got is actually that I think there's something about living in the present, and not letting yourself live in that future energy, because living in the future energy is what's making today feel so bad, right? So for example, if you know that you want to keep, like, let's say you want to cook more, as an example, right? Let's say you want to cook more. Just using a personal example for myself, right? Constantly thinking about how you didn't cook today is going to make you miserable, right? Because you're focusing on what you didn't do, right? And you're focusing on what you could have done. So it's almost like living somewhere that's not now. Like, I didn't cook today, so why am I thinking about... But it's important to set goals. Does that make sense? But I hope you understand what I'm saying. But it's also like, yeah, keeping you stuck in the future almost. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I'm here today, I'm here now. What could I cook today that will help me get closer to my goal? Does that make sense? Rather than like, oh my God, I didn't cook today, or I didn't cook yesterday. Well, you know what I'm saying? So there's definitely something about that. And maybe that's why we got clinging in the past. We have Two of Cups here. So it really does feel like a call to harmony within yourself. Again, about uniting these two sides of you, right? The black and the white, the zebra, right? Anything else, Spirit? That was Eight of Swords. So very like mentally trapped energy. But yeah, I do think it's really all just about like harmonizing the two parts of you. The part that's still growing, the part that you know you can be, and even the part with the Three of Swords here, even the part that you were in the past. So it's the part of you the past version of you that kept you safe all these years, right? That got you till here, that got you till now. The part of you that's healing, and then your future self, and harmonizing those, right? So anyways, I'm gonna get just one oracle and see what message wants to come through. Spirit, can you give us a message for the highest good of all? Can you give us a message for the highest good of all, please? Why did I say highest goof? 30-30. These messages are too long. I'm sorry, guys. This was shift your perspective, and it was upside down. So I am really thinking that you're being called to change how you view things, you know. That can go such a long way. And again, part of it, remember, the main message is transformation takes time. You have to be patient with yourself, just like you would be patient with a child when they're learning how to do something for the first time. Choose kindness. Like, treat yourself kindly. Afford yourself the grace. Afford yourself the time to grow. And I think you really will see the difference. Cheers, guys. We're on the way. Don't you worry about it. We'll get there. This has been a spiritually guided message, and I hope you found this useful. I'll see you on the next one.